everybody. Oh my God! We're back to live! Yes! We're back to live! And I have to make speeches again. I've always dreaded it pre-pandemic, and now after the pandemic, I still dread it. But I'm here, and so let's do this, guys. So maraming salamat. Thank you for again coming over, braving the Manila traffic, and being with us tonight. You don't know how really overjoyed PETA artists are, and I think all theater artists who have been opening this year. Being called non-essential was very painful for us. It was also a financial killer, and but we, tried to survive it as much as we could. So now that we're here, it's still a great feeling. I was supposed to read, but forget it. Okay, like this. I just wanted to say that during the pandemic, one of the things that we would really think about is what should PETA open with? Something profound that deals with the pandemic. A world classic adapted to Filipino situation. Would it be about the politics? Would it be serious? And finally, we thought to ourselves, my goodness, we have a play that's been under our nose and waiting in the wings, because Walang Aray was actually something that we had a lab for in 2019, and it was supposed to open the next season. But of course, that didn't happen because of the pandemic. And then we thought, gosh, after everything we've been through, the pandemic, the elections, and everything else in between, let's give ourselves some joy. Let's give ourselves some levity, right? Some space. So a little background about this project, right? Walang Aray was really originally a film adaptation of Walang Sugat, which Director Severino Reyes of Indigo Media commissioned Rody to do years ago. Okay, so it's been kinda in the, well, you can ask June Reyes later why. But then both June and Rody brought it up that why don't we do it for the, for PETA. And when I read it, I said, yeah, cool. But at that time, it was supposed to be a jukebox musical. They said, no, let's do original music, because we had already come from jukebox musical and intellectual property rights a bitch. So, so we did, and in the lab, and Vince Lim created such wonderful music. And that's why, even during the lab, it was really just a two-day show, if I remember correctly, and really rough, which is just no sets and whatever. People loved it because like the comedy was so much fun. And so we said this is what we'll open with, because I think even, as Rody said in his notes, diba, ang dami na natin pinagdaanan, baka maganda, matawa muna tayo, diba? Maging talagang irreverent. Dahil ang Pilipino naman talaga ay irreverent. At isang pamamaraan niyang mag-survive ay tumawa at magpatawa at tumawa sa ibang tao. So we said, yes, this is what we're going to start with. So that was one element. The other element was this new partners we have in collaborators. And I will start, actually first I'd like to really thank the heirs of Severino Reyes who are here tonight for allowing us. Thank you so much. And of course, Indigo Media through Director Julia Reyes, because of course, siya rin ang sabi na you can adopt the film script. And then of course, Star Magic through Director and Jogi. Dahil he supported us by having Ilacad and Estrada be part of this production as the Julia and Tenyong. So there will be two Julia and Tenyong. That's going to be Gahol and Marynor, Madamesila, which you're going to see tonight. And then in February, you're going to be seeing Alexa and Katie as well. I'm really looking forward to that. This idea of all this collaboration, like collaborating with film and television, I mean, this is something that Lino Broca really started in the company years ago, because he believed that it would be a mutually beneficial relationship when actors of TV and film come and learn the craft of acting further in a different setup and the discipline. At the same time, they would lend their celebrity to help sell tickets and bring in people and new people. Kasi parang I think the theater, as all arts, has to keep on growing, right? And it has to keep on reaching out and trying to develop. It's not just us making theater, but it's also our audiences being with us and growing with us. And so all these elements have come together. And I think it's very meaningful because after the pandemic, if there's anything we learned, was that, you know, you can't survive on your own now. There needs to be collaboration and community in all forms, whether that's in the arts or in other ways, no? And itong collaboration na to ay, we're really so thankful to these people, to their institutions that they came and worked with us. So, maraming salamat talaga sa ganitong klaseng oportunidad. Yun. So, we hope that, I mean, yung pinagdaanan ng Walang Sugat, Walang Aray the film script, Walang Aray Back to the Theater, ganyan. Parang journey talaga ng life ng mga taga-teatro. It's always a challenge. Or para sa atin, parang pinagdaanan natin itong 3 taon, di ba? Pero we're always moving forward. That's what we should do. We should move forward. And so, parang display, we also hope that parang, it's like, I don't know how I'm old, right? Siguro wala na kayong maalala. Dati may Band-Aid commercial. Yun yung copy nila, Walang Aray. Raise your hands if you still remember that. Oh my God! Raise your hand. So I hope that Walang Aray is the Band-Aid that allows us to heal our wounds and heal their scabs. So that we can, and these wounds from personal to political to whatever, so we can soldier on and move forward because there's really nowhere else to go but to move forward. So maraming salamat sa inyong panood. Wait, hindi pa ako sorry. Just some clarification. You are going to watch tonight a long excerpt, okay? Full of Act 1. Act 2 is about 35 minutes, something like that. So there are scenes you're not going to. So in a way, it's kind of like a long excerpt. Since February pa, mga people, we're in a budget. So, hindi pa tapos mahirap ang pera ngayon. So, hindi pa tapos tong set na to, lalagay pa, hindi babagsak ang certain flies because we weren't able to rehearse it, so safety first, because of the actors. Hindi pa complete yung mga costumes, so you'll see, we just try to put together enough for the show. But, you will see the main bulk of the story, and you will also see, you hear the music and stuff like that, of course, and the performances. We've been rehearsing this under 3 weeks to rush this November, so, konting pasensya kung hindi siya perfect, because anyway, may Pebrero pa naman. But you'll get a sense of what it is. This is really an adaptation and a kind of like taking Walang Sugat and bringing it now to this time and space, and we take a lot of liberties. But it's also really a fun piece, and I hope that you guys feel the same way. So before I end my speech, before I forget, let me just acquaint you with our creatives, kasi it's always so difficult to craft theater. It's really always a challenge. Not difficult in a negative way, but just really a bit of a challenge. So, of course, we have our playwright and librettist, Rody Vera. Arranger and additional lyrics is by Vince Lim. Choreographer is Gahol. Lights designer David Estrada. Set designer Julia and Tenyong. Designer Jilo Kunana. And our sound design is Happy Constantine. I also want to note that this production is really helmed by our young people, di ba? Except Brody, no? We'll be young forever. And we're really proud of that. Kasi of course, tumatanda na kami. Dapat na move over ng reins of power sa kabataan dahil sila nga, hope of the motherland. So, we also hope that, so we're really happy that all the young people have come together to do this. And so, maraming salamat. As Walang Aray's call is tumindig para sa pag-ibig, not only for ourselves, for our family, for our society, for our country. And so, ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy Walang Aray. all of the cast. So, for the swing, we have Cyrus Abla and Gardo Esconde. Okay? Tama, people. Female ensemble, we have Yain de la Cruz, Ada Maritayaw, and Ayla Garcia. Sorry. Calm down. Female ensemble. Male ensemble, we have Tomas Benvenida, Don Boco, and Gerard D. Also for Padre Alfaro, we have John Emmanuel Moran. John Emmanuel.
Sorry.
Okay, yan dito. Okay. For Juana, we have Naomi Gonzalez. Naomi, Lulu. There she is. Okay. She had a lot of clothes to get out of. Okay. So, for Tadeo, tonight you saw Guy Onida, and in February you'll also see Norbs Portales. So they're alternating. Guy Onida and Norbs Portales for Tadeo. This is Norbs. Okay. Okay. For Lucas, we have Carlon Motabato. Matobato. Gosh, all this year is still confusing. Alright, for Monica, we have Kiki Baento. Okay. For Miguel, we have Jared Jaiten. Okay. So, for the boys, okay, so tonight we saw Tenyong and Gio Gahol. And they're alternating with KD Estrada. We will be seeing in the run. So, KD. And then for the Julias, tonight you saw Madamesila. Madamesila mga kapatid. Tapos, with alternating with Alex Ilacad. Again nga, in February. Okay, ano ba talaga? Alright, and okay, and for ano ba? Kapatid. Sorry. Okay, so for the staff, like I said, so playwright, none other, no other than Rody Vera. Directed by, hindi naman ang silya si Rody. Okay. Director ay Ian Segara. Okay. Asan si Ian? Yan, okay. So, musical, composition, direction, and some additional lyrics, no other than Vince Lim. Okay, sound design, Happy Constantino and Vince Lim. Choreographer, Gio Gahol. Set designer, Julia Garcia. Sound designer, J.Lo Cunanan. And lights designer, David Estrada. So, this pretty much completes our, and can we ask for a round of applause because they really worked hard this last. This is like a little under 3 weeks. So, it's been quite a lot of work. So, yun. Where are you, Lelo?
I'm ready.
This is
And we're also joined by, of course, our artistic director, Ms. Maribel Garda. Over there in the audience, Mr. Direct Lauren Yogi of ABS-CBN and Star Magic. Mr. Severino Reyes is out there outside. But if in case you have questions also regarding the partnership of PETA and Indigo and Star Magic, you can ask that as well.
Are we allowed to ask how many outtakes or how many performances the movie actors will get? Are they on equal number with Gio and the other girl? The other girl is very good actually. Oh, has that been determined, or we cannot reveal that for some reasons?
It's not a secret. Actually, we will start posting their schedules soon after. But currently we have 40 shows starting Feb 17 to March May 14 rather. And currently Alexa and KD has committed to 12 shows. So the rest of the shows will be with our Tenyong and Julia, Gio and Marynor. So that's the schedule for now, and I'm sure they will be releasing their actual schedules as we go along. So that's the answer for that question.
Okay.
Foreign contributor. If Don Severino were alive today, what do you think would be his reaction to you? No, to you on the cast, to the production?
Sir June Reyes, before you leave, the heir and grandson of Mr. Severino Reyes is here, and then maybe followed by one of the cast. Sir Rody or anybody from the cast maybe would want to react. The question is, if Mr. Severino Reyes were alive today, what would he think of this show?
He would be amazed. I think the retelling of this story with the creative mind of Rody is, I think, that to make it more relevant for our generation now. No, I mean, I think again, it's history retold in a fresh way. So I think he'll be very happy to as a refreshed idea for his classic Walang Sugat. And that's of course it's Ian. He's not responsible for it. Thank you.
But gusto kong sabihin na actually the original idea concept of this came from June. Way back 2008. So when he approached me at sinabi niya na gusto niyang gumawa ng isang pelikula na based sa Walang Sugat. And so doon nagsimula yun. Doon nagsimula yung gusto niya hip, gusto niya modern, gusto niya hindi naka-angkla sa any form of historical accuracy, but tongue-in-cheek and everything. So that's when it started over lunch. And then yun, nung ginawa namin, yun, sadly hindi natuloy yung pelikula, and it took about 2018 nung binigay ko kay Maribel. So practically 10 years na nandun yun sa loob ng folder sa computer. Ako lang gumagalaw. No, and thank you to PETA and then to the whole company for bringing it to life.
But this is not the script that you wrote. I mean, the original script for the film.
This is not the one. You actually rewrote or wrote it over again.
Hindi yung book hindi masyado. Yung mga kanta.
Oh.
Kasi ang original plan for the film is to make it a jukebox musical, which means mas ambitious kasi hindi lang isang grupo ng music, kung hindi iba-iba. No, nandun ang Eraserheads, nandun ang Apo, nandun ang ganito. Of course, nag-enjoy kami ng kaka-idea kung anong kanta ang papasok sa anong eksena. Nung nabuo na namin, sabi, putya, ang mahal nito.
Oo nga, actually, it sounds so exciting, but I'm sure it's going to be mahal.
Right. So, nung inano namin maski dun sa play, initially, nung sinabi ko kay Maribel, and interesado si Maribel, sabi niya, baka kailangan i-compose. Initially, I was reluctant kasi when we were brainstorming on the scene and the song, swak na swak yung kanta. So medyo it took the music of Vince to convince me na pwede, kakasa, and it soared. And during the lab for me, became ito na yun.
I get to see the lab in 2019, so I just wanted to ask if there were any changes in terms of the material since then, and did the pandemic inform any of those changes?
Well, in terms of change, kasi nung lab, dahil we were running really on a very low budget, we really did not have any props. So we just used boxes. So we have to be very inventive about it. Tapos nag-click kasi siya. So nung kinonceptualize namin ito, I wanted to retain that essence of it being, the theater being exposed, yung magic na nakikita ng mga tao na siniset up yung scenes sa harap mo, nakikita mo pinecreate ng actors yung kanilang mga sounds. So, kinuha ko yung idea na yon, tapos nireplicate siya dito. So, in a sense, dahil lumaki yung space niya at nagkaroon siya ng mga layers, dati kasi flat space lang kami. So, in a sense, dun siya nag-iba. Pero intention-wise, niretain ko yung original intention when I did the laboratory. At the same time, dahil pandemic at dahil nga pinag-uusapan natin na yung mga artists nung panahon ng pandemic are non-essential. So parang it's my personal tribute to the people who work in the theater. Kaya rin yung intention, kaya rin intentionally talaga pinapakita ko lahat ng mga nagbababa ng mga bagay na yan. Kasi usually when you watch a performance, hindi mo nakikita yung mga tao na yun. So ako, it's my personal tribute to the people who work tirelessly for the theater. Not only the actors, but also the people backstage. So yun yung initial intention talaga. In a sense, doon siya nagbago. Tapos siguro nagpa-fine-tune kami ng mga references like yung mga Julia stands na mga lines. Ngayon yan, nung lab wala pa ng uso naman yun, pero dahil we were really pressed for time, hindi na namin masyadong pinag-isipan ano pa yung mga pwede namin i-insert. And I think there are still a lot of things that we can input pa. In-explore pa namin yun with the cast. We still have until February pa naman to think about it and then brew a lot of things.
Tama po sabi ni Direk Maribel na it's nice to be back live. And I'd like to ask Gio and Marynor and KDLex. So, KD and Alexa, were you able to see yung production tonight? Nakita niyo yung excerpt?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And do you think at this point kaya tapatan or kaya higitan or heart?
We can only commit it first.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They've been rehearsing with us.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so they didn't just like pop in today. They've actually been rehearsing with us. So yes, I would say so.
Yes, and ayun po, it's Feb. We have until Feb, and so we're gonna be prepared by that time.
Yun na siya. Mag-expect ang mga fans, mga stands.
Mga stands.
Pero I'd also like to commend Vince. Ang galing ng songs, the lyrics and everything. It's so updated. Diba? So pwede ka na maging ni Mike. So Vince, about the songs, paano yung naging proseso? Thank you.
Forever ko I will try to answer directly and not fly away, sorry. Actually, nag-start yun. Napitan ako ni Ian noong 2018. He said, uy, meron akong bagong i-direct for lab. And then sinabi ko, okay, sige, gusto ko mag-MD at that time. And then, presented with Walang Aray, it started out with 4 scenes. From the film script? Yes, from the film script. At yung original naming huli ay si Ayla. Yun. To answer your question, yung naging process was, sinabi ni Ian sa akin, sige, go, bahala ka na. At thankful naman ako na yung director ko, hinayaan akong gawin kung ano yung feel ko lang gawin. At si Kuya Rody as well. Yung nakakuha namin ng mga songs ay yung salin awit na. So, hindi namin kikwento kung ano yung mga songs na yun. Pero we took lines from here and then put it here. And then, if it needed a chorus, papaalam ko kay Kuya Rody. Kuya Rody, pwede ba ako maglagay ng hook or ng chorus dito? And I think everybody contributed, including yung, like dun sa arrangements naman, from the lab cast, like yung Wag Mo Akong Saktan, which was the big sarsuela scene, yung lead at yung kontrabida na yun, some of them I took from Sai and Tom from the lab. So it was from the cast, it was very good. It was from Ian as well, Kuya Rody, from Gio, pag mayroon siyang nakitang choreography. So it was, I think, a team effort naman.
Nakailang changes po kami ng mga kanta. Yes. Nakailang changes kami ng songs.
Maganda siya kasi it's a good for LSS. Dahil mga songs niya.
Jello first.
Hi, good evening. My name is Jelly from Scout Magazine. First of all, congratulations on your show. Napaka-sarap ma-experience ulit ang theater live. Yeah. So, my question is actually for anyone who wants to answer from Gio, Marynor, KD, and Alexa. So, I just want to know, what is the biggest lesson you learned from your character? Like, after studying their strengths, weaknesses, and flaws, like, what is something you discovered in yourself as an actor, or as a person in general?
Contestant number 1. What? Alexa?
No, sabi ko, the floor is yours.
Looks like we didn't learn anything. We learned to rely on other people. Are you serious? Answer first.
Kaya we learn to trust ourselves. Kasi sobrang onti lang ng time namin. And pag-trust sa company na aabot kami despite the time constraints.
I'm not sure if you're pertaining to like what we learned from the character. That's it. Not necessarily.
Not from the broad.
Pwede naman both.
Okay, ayun. Same.
Sorry, pagod na ba
So
kami?
lost. Okay, I'm just gonna say something similar to what she said because we really didn't have a lot of time to put the show together, and the same was the case back in 2019. We had 12, 14 rehearsal days, and they're just sort of similar to now. We had 17. Correct me if I'm wrong. 17 or 18 days. So yeah, it's really just a lot of being able to trust the people that you're working with. I think as long as you have a common objective, which is really just to be able to produce a show with a lot of limitations, and I mean a lot, a lot of limitations, but you know, holding on to each other's strengths and just every single day checking in on each other, making sure that we're headed towards the objective and not backtracking. So yun, it's also at least for me, it was very comforting to know that I'm working with my fellow artist teachers from PETA. MNR is sort of like a PETA artist teacher. No, that's not for me to decide. But yeah, most of the people you see here are members of the company, and it's been a while since we had a production. It's like what, 80-90% PETA artist teachers. So that was it wasn't a lesson, actually. It was just natulog na tayo ko na! Ang daya nyo!
Kayo naman.
But yeah, I mean, this is the strength of the production.
Yes.
I think like the people, it's really the people that we're working with. So, yay!
Okay, sige.
Siguro since he was talking about his learnings from the production, we'll talk about our learnings from the character naman. So maybe for me as Julia, I think it was evident in the whole story how love conquers all, may it be para sa bayan, para sa pamilya, o para sa pagmamahal mo sa significant other mo. And that if you both have, or if you all have that common goal, like what he also said about being in production, you can all achieve success if you all work together and in sharing that love for that certain thing.
Okay. Sa akin naman, what I learned from Tenyong, kasi this is a spoiler, I know you've seen a preview and you didn't see the actual thing, but if there's a will, there's a way. Pag may gulong, no, but seriously, like looking to the story, they were put, in the second act, they were put under impossible circumstances on how to get back home sa bayan nila and get back to Julia. But, ayun nga, sila Tenyong and the other Katipunas, they found a way to conquer that. And I don't want to spoil, I really don't want to spoil. So, sorry. Yeah, if he wanted to, he would. That's what There's a way.
Thank you so much. Thank you. One more question at the back. Ibarra, and sorry, and one more, and then sorry. So in that order first,
But before siguro we take that question, again, I'd like to reiterate what Gio said. This is a proudly PETA production. So 80-90% of the people you see here are not just PETA artists, but are young PETA artists. So that's really something that we're really very, very proud of. Ayun. The lady very young, I said. Yes. In that order po na, and then
Hi, good evening guys. I'm Manila from Costa Rica, CBN. For KD and Alexa, my questions are, what was your first reaction when you found out that you guys were going to star in a musical that is Taglish? And then my second is, with regarding adjustment from acting on screen to acting on stage, what was the biggest challenge about it, and how did you execute that?
In answering your second question po, ayun nga po, the biggest challenge po dito kasi pag nagte-taping po kami, wala pong take 2, wala pong cut. Kapag nagkamali ka sa stage, wala dire-diretso lang yan, you can't stop it. So that's one of the biggest challenges here. And especially sa akin po, I was born and raised speaking English, kahit dito po ako pinalaki. So that was one of the big struggles for me. Kahit nasa taping ako, di po ako magaling mag-Tagalog. Di ko makabisado yung mga lines ko kasi ayun, ang hirap or sobrang haba. Like, if you notice in Run to Me, I have a lot of, may slang ako. And kahit ngayon, may slang pa rin. Pero, ayun, I'm really practicing speaking Tagalog every day. Kahit sa mga parents ko, tinatagdalugan ko na sila. So close. Pero so, ayun, I'm still practicing. A4. So, ayun po, yeah, just being on stage and you cannot make mistakes, no? And ayun, singing din. Singing is a big struggle. I love singing, but theater singing is different. I'm an R&B singer. I don't really have much diction sa when I sing. Like when I sing, it's very nasal, but here you really kailangan buo talaga. But I'm working on it, and I'm excited for next year.
For me, honestly, when we were in New York last August, we watched a lot of musicals. Thanks to Direct Lauren. He introduced us to musicals, and while we were watching, we were so inspired, so amazed. So we said, parang saya. It looks really hard, but I think we would like to try. And then when we were offered Walang Aray, I just wanted to say no. Not because I didn't want to do it, but because I was terrified. I still am terrified, horrified. Because I'm not used to this. It's totally different from acting. Like what he said, we have take 2s. We don't have to memorize 100 pages. We only have to memorize the scene that's going to be taken. We don't sing live. And there's prompters if we need to. This is ibang klase.
Yeah.
Ibang klase. So I had no faith in myself. I was just fully doubting. I can't do that. I'm gonna mess up. Mapapahiya ako. Hindi ko kaya. But everyone from Star Magic, they really, I don't know, believed in me. They really believed in me. Na, hindi, kaya mo yan. Kayanin mo yan. And then sabi ko, I prayed. I asked God for a sign. Because I want to do this, but I'm too scared to say yes. Kasi it's a big responsibility. So sabi ko kay Lord, please give me a sign para makasagot na ako ng confirmation that I will join. And then I saw an Instagram post saying na if the only thing stopping you is fear, why don't you get to know it? So I said, okay, I think this is the sign. It's time to challenge myself. The songs are not my genre as well, and nanginginig talaga ako pag kumakanta ngayon kasi I'm scared. But I've been, more than scared, I've been enjoying everything, working with these amazing people who inspire me. Every day I am on this stage or watching on those chairs. So sabi ko, this is the best decision I made, I think, this year. I'm so happy. At wala na akong ibang bukang bibig sa bahay o sa lahat, sa labas, kundi ito, kanta kami lagi, Borta. Lagi! Kagabi sa Star Magic Ball, yung sayaw namin kahit yung tugtog party, Borta. Yung dance namin, it has consumed my life in the best way. So I love it.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you, Direct Lauren.
And again, thank you also KDLex for being here. You're really, really warmly welcome by the PETA family.
Thank you po.
Sorry, can I ask one more question?
Okay.
So you guys being here, I think is also kind of, that comes with the responsibility of kind of introducing a love for theater to fans that have not yet been open to it. So can you just share your experience with the PETA family? Like, how was your first day?
Oh my God, first
Practice? How are they?
I'm gonna get in trouble.
Hindi, sobrang saya. Like, especially the first day. Like, they were so warm and welcoming sa amin. And we immediately felt belong. And you're all my ates and kuyas. I mean, you're all my peers. You're all my peers. You're all my peers.
So, my first day, I remember I was scared to sing the songs again kasi sabi ko, I kept complaining. Ang taas po, hindi ko po kaya. Please change it. I kept complaining. And then after the first day, I went home. Sabi ni Mami, kamusta, kaya mo ba? Pwede ka pa humindi. Sabi ko, I love it! I loved it so much. Even if I didn't do anything, just watching them. So fun. I loved it.
And nakakapayat din.
And ngayon, pag wala ng practice, I get sad. I got sick recently and every day I was texting my handler, I'm so sad I'm not there. I feel so bad I'm not there. So it's great. I love it. I love the bata.
Oh yes. We also work out, so that's how we're getting in shape.
I think we have benefited so much, honestly, for being here. The learnings, hindi mapapantayan ng ibang experience.
Opo.
Hi, I'm Julia
Subukan
from
ng Iran.
Beginning
Ilang
People
oras tatakbo
Magazine.
yung play?
Dito pa para po sa Prod C.
2 hours lang naman.
Aside from COVID-19 restrictions and budget, what were the challenges you faced for this comeback and what makes this comeback different?
I think yun yung pinakamalaki, no? The COVID challenge and I mean, alam niyo naman 3 taon kami hindi nakapag-produce. So financially, that makes us not very solvent. So isa yon, di ba? Kasi I think the stories, the talent, the skills, they're all there. They've been waiting for the last 3 years to come out. Pero yung mga conditions na hindi namin nakokontrol. Diba? So kasi parang yung mga early events, when people have been producing before us, no? Joseph the Dreamer, Mula sa Buwan. So you have all the restrictions of COVID, that's also an additional financial, and then like, let's say, Joseph the Dreamer, they weren't able to open the first week because nagkaroon ng, somebody got sick, no? So that affects you, the everything. I say, think Mula sa Buwan sila naman last week. And so andun pa rin yung constant challenge nun. Wala kaming that uncertainty, di ba? Nakakapagod yung uncertainty. Pero yun na nga, we really just have to accept that, COVID's going to be around. And we just have to just take this by the bulls by the horn and just try to. But that's why we keep everybody healthy, di ba, Gio? Kaya ang exercise nga, ganun na lang. So, kasi ano na lang your only laban talaga is to stay as healthy as possible, yung para good. And of course, we also, COVID protocols in the building. Yeah, and of course, from laboratory to here, dapat magkaroon na ng mga changes. So we nag-aano rin yan in terms of production, may ilaw, may design, may mga ganun. Yun yung nangyayari. So, at proseso, hindi naman yung ready-made na alam na namin lahat. It's there, but you still discover so many things while staging it.
Are you planning anything special on the opening night tomorrow? Milestone year. Tsaka kay Vince, part ka ba ni Anthony Castello? Because the lines, malayo ang tingin, wala namang tinatalawas. Kaya ka mag-Rody.
Anthony Costello.
Generation
Anthony Castello.
Thank you. But please answer the first question.
Ian.
Thank you.
Sino ba talaga? Ian, Vince, or...
Kuya Rody po yan, line po.
Hindi kasi yung eksenang yun, dun sa film script, kinakanta yun.
Okay.
Okay. Si Rody, hanggang kay Bobby Gonzales na inabot niya.
Bobby Andrews na po kami.
on those dates, we're really looking forward to, of course, highlighting Severino Reyes and the PETA fundraising. Orly. Sorry.
Hi, good evening. I'm Bix from Bix Buzz. So my first question, when or how did the partnership between PETA and Star Magic start?
Yata si...
Magandang gabi po, ako po si Melvin. Nagsimula po ang partnership na ito dahil kami po ay lumapit sa Star Magic. And then we were, because one of the requirements sana, para, dahil nga galing kami sa 3 taong hiatus, para mas ma-conquer yung audience na hindi pa natatap ng PETA. So minabuti namin na why not casts a mainstream actors, and then dun sa research ng marketing, na ano nila na ang isa sa mga ang sumusunod na malalakas na pares ng Star Magic ay ang KDLex. So we approached Star Magic and we just took our chance. Sir, Direk Loren, yan. Kaibigan ko po si Andoy. I got the number of Direk Loren from Andoy, and then texted him na. Pero si Andoy, inabisuhan na rin si Direk Loren. And then, doon nagsimula na yung conversation. And then, we had a meeting first with the management of Star Magic, and then the next meeting was Star Magic management with KDLex. And then we presented to them the whole project, and then nag-usap sila after a week, nag-isip-isip, muni-muni, and then after a week, bam, they will join Walang Aray. Yun.
At ang ingay nung in-announce din sa social media, ang ingay nung play. Thank you po. Para kala KD and Alexa.
Yes po.
Now you're experiencing this. Ano na-discover ninyo sa sarili ninyo?
How much I want to do this. Yeah, that's all my answer. How much I really want to be a theater actor. Nakaya.
With me naman po, rather than discover, it's more of a realization. How I have to stop letting fear take over my life and take away opportunities from me just because I'm afraid. So this is a big challenge, and a big challenge accepted.
Para sa 4 na leads, how do you handle the aray ng buhay?
Let's go, Gio. Oh my God, ikaw na lang kasi the array of like how do we handle like the pains of life?
Therapy.
Fuck it. Just kidding. Let's say that. No, how do you handle it? I think you have to start, identify what the problem is. Like, where is the pain coming from? I mean, any doctor, like, in medicine, like, if there is pain, you have to identify where the pain is coming from. So, I think that's, in general, that's at least what I live by. Like, if something hurts, what's making it hurt? And maybe you can just cut that thing off. Literally, like, diba? Do you cure it or do you just let it go? So, that's it for me. What about you?
Ako po Gabby Scott.
Power po. Power.
Char.
Coke para makaber.
Well, kami po sa team, we always say, God bless. So, ako, I stand by that. Kasi ako talaga, I pray. And we all pray. We all pray before the show. We all meditate, ganyan. It's part of my preparation din as an actor, and kung wala na talagang sense ang life and puro aray, God bless. God bless.
GV lang po tayo.
GV, God
GV,
bless.
God bless.
How about KD and Alexa?
You wanna go first?
Okay. For me, paano mawala ang aray? Kailangan mo siyang damdamin. Kailangan, you have to feel it. You can't shove it. You can't push it aside. Pain demands to be felt, so you feel it until the feeling lessens. But you should also give yourself time. Hindi ka pwedeng habang buhay ka na lang nangawa. You need to set a point in your life where you get up and you try to make things better for yourself. So that's mine. I let it take its course. I let it run its course over me.
I think for me, the only way to like move on from pain is to actually go through it. And that's what gives you wisdom. So, sa akin po, assess mo yung nararamdaman mo, let it go, and see a doctor.
It's obviously not therapy.
Pero yun nga, just assess it, and then, yeah, once it's all over, just let it go. Yun lang.
Thank you.
For the past weeks, and when it was mentioned earlier na non-essential in theater, what hit me tonight was joy, delight, entertainment, and much more in PETA, its education is still essential. And for me, that's a great thing. So my question goes to the PETA leadership. So having seen this and knowing that this is what we could look for in the first quarter of next year, what's in store for PETA in the coming months and in 2020?
Secret. Alam mo yung PETA season, di ba? Actually, we start July to June. So that should be our 55th year, no? This actually, in our calendar, is the end of the 55th year. The 56th year is a secret. No, meron naman, but we're still kind of like planning because it also depends how well this play goes. Because if it goes well, then we'll extend it further. But yes, we have another play coming, but it's a secret. I promise. So we will open the 56 with a new play, hopefully, and then we have like a festival in December of new original work, or what we call new narratives. It will be a festival at December. Yun.
But to add to that, if you've seen Batang Rizal streaming online, we're actually still doing that. We're still offering educational plays for young people and taking them to school. So it's still very much in the pipeline for PETA.
For the music guys, I noticed yung preview lang naman kasi kanina that they perform with a backing track only.
Microphone.
Do we expect a live accompaniment in the run? If yes, how big is the band?
I'm afraid not to be live. We really don't have the usually. We also it's a really big cost that I think we can add on to the production. So no, we're not going to have live release. But if it becomes a great thing, then we're fine. That was money, why not?
Unless somebody sponsors the band.
Oh, sure, why not?
Pwede po bang yung sponsors?
Kami tumatanggap anytime. I know that's always been a comment with PETA, the live orchestra thing, but usually, really, guys, it's really cost. Remember, we only have a 450-seater production space, rather. So, there are so many other things to prioritize. So that's why usually we have minus ones. But in the future, malay natin. Unless somebody wants to sponsor it. Start.
My question is for the 4 leads. So, actually yung magkaka-alternates. Ano yung natutunan nyo sa ka-alternate nyo?
Sabi ko pumunta. Natutunan ko kay KD na 15 years older ako sa kanya. That I'm old, but young. Yeah! In PETA. Young in PETA. Yeah.
sa akin naman, gano'ng hardworking si Gio. Like, ang galing, sobrang galing. No joke. Galing ni Kuya Gio. ang galing ni Gio. He's doing the choreo, he's doing Tenyong, he's doing all these things, and yung bata. I want to have that level of commitment to this.
You can have it.
Pero yun, I praise Kuya, I praise Gio for that. He's so good.
With Marynor, she's a triple threat. But even if she is so incredibly humble na gusto ko na siyang putusan. Kasi parang sobrang galing mo, hindi ko ma-aware. But she's always kasi wanting to learn and asking for opinions na kung ano bang pwede niyang baguhin, gandahan. Ganyan siya. So siguro, as someone who's also learning, I want to have that much hunger as well. And yeah, that's it.
Sorry ako, I'd like to say na si Miss Alexa, for me, she looks so confident, but I learned then that she's also very humble kasi sasabihin niya na, oh my God, ang taas ng kanta. And then, pag sinabi ni Kuya Vince, okay, sing. Okay naman! Ay, ang ganda! So actually, siya talaga yung humble. I'm excited for her next year. For them.
God bless.
Sige na nga, parang joke kasi yung sagot ko eh. Hindi ako nagiging sagot. Sorry, hindi na. Pagod na po kasi ako. I just have to say about Alexa and KD. They're really excited to be doing this. There was one time we were running was it Act 2? But I was really tired. I just came from teaching choreography and then we were gonna go straight into running the second act. Tapos nag-joke lang kay KD, oh, you're running daw because I'm tired. But then he said yes. Yay! So, because I just feel like they want to experience theater in its entirety. Yes. So, kahit joke lang yun, game na game naman sila. Yeah.
And they're ready.
They're ready. Game 3.
1.
Isa bang
Thank you, and of course, break Alex.
Thank you.
KD and Alex. Sabi sa shirt niyo is, walang aray, tumindig at umibig.
Yes.
So for you guys, kailan dapat tumindig pagdating sa pag-ibig?
I can't answer because I don't know what tumindig means.
Never ask me.
I'm too shy to ask. Ngayon lang nag-ask what tumindig means. Like, standing up for your love, I guess.
Kailan? Lagi. Kung walang naaapakan na ibang tao, love should be celebrated. It should be spread to everyone, not like COVID. So, always, laging tumindig para sa pag-ibig mo.
Yeah. Sa akin naman, I always stand up for the people that I love. Because, like my parents, my friends, Alexa, I always stand up for them when something is trying to get in their way or basta ako naman, I'm ready to go to war for them. Hindi maiiwas.
And siguro, and with that, maybe we will end our press con. Katulad lang aming show, may cliffhanger. So if you have any more questions, feel free to email me or just send a message to PETA. Again, maraming pong salamat for coming here on an odd Monday evening. It's really a pleasure to be with you. And with that, we will end this Q&A with a photo with the cast. Bring in the balloons. And the cast, please huddle in here. Feb 17 to May 14 at the PETA Theater Center. Closer, guys, closer. Also, one smile to the camera up there. And then, in one go, tumindig at umibig, walang arahin. 3, 2, 1. we will be sending you the press kits by evening or at the latest this morning, or tomorrow morning rather. Thank you. May we ask the president to sustain him?
One more.
Hello? You can do your selfies. Meron pa tayo. Yes. Ian. Windows. Peggy, sit down. Tom. Yes, Ian. Vince. Are you guys complete? Okay, one more thing.
Ay, nakatingin. KD!
Okay, Mark. This camera.